Hello and welcome to this special episode where we delve into Ghosts of Tsushima, a game that provided solace and understanding during one of the most challenging times in recent history. Here, we explore how entertainment, especially games, can be powerful tools for mental health. Ghost of Tsushima isn't just a game, it's a journey, it's an experience that resonates deeply with themes of resilience, change, and coping with isolation. Before we jump in, if this content resonates with you, please show your support by liking, subscribing, and consider sharing your thoughts in the comments below. Now let's begin our journey through Tsushima and its impact on mental health. First, let's talk about the game's narrative and its profound impact on mental health. Ghost of Tsushima stands out with its unique approach to storytelling, which is deeply rooted in Japanese culture. If you're familiar, the game masterfully juxtaposes individual liberty against the weight of societal expectations, creating a narrative that's both culturally specific and universally relatable. It's interesting because this story took place in the 1300s, and a lot of the decisions, the emotions, the challenges that our protagonist faces are things that we can relate to as the audience. And for that reason, I really feel like this game applies to mental health in a way that other games don't. And I almost feel as though that was at least partial consideration in the way this game was structured. The protagonist, Jin Sakai, embodies this struggle between individual liberty and societal expectation as he transitions from a traditional samurai to the Ghost of Tsushima, which is an enigmatic mythological figure that breaks free from the structure and honor code experienced by the samurai and shogunate of the time. As he transitions, he breaks free from these societal norms and begins facing isolation, questioning who he is as a person. Everything that he knew growing up and leading to this point has clearly gone out the window. As he mentions in the game itself toward the end, honor died on that beach, in reference to the honor code of the samurai going literally up in smoke against the Mongols who have no such honor code. It's interesting to me because oftentimes we go into a situation with our morals as the guiding light behind what we do and why we do them. And when we find somebody, an opponent or somebody on the other side of the table who is of a different moral code, who doesn't play by the same rules that we do, it can lead to this very challenging, very self-questioning level of introspection, and not in a good way either. And I think that the way this game begins, which is the epic standoff between Khoten Khan and the samurai, specifically Lord Adachi, and how he draws his sword, and without even thinking, Khoten Khan douses him in oil and lights him on fire, thereby showing that the old way of doing things not only would not work, but has been studied. As Khotun says to Lord Shimura, I've studied your villages. I know which ones to save, which ones to burn. And that level of obliviousness to the culture you're facing, combined with the rigorous study and analysis that your opponent placed into you, initially drops you into this feeling of fear and despair, where this very human enemy feels almost like this demonic horde, which is even more played up into how they don't speak the same language as you, how they have this sort of barbaric culture and the way they treat the peasants and the small folk around you. This transformation, to me, isn't just a plot device. It's a reflection of the inner turmoil we all face when our beliefs are challenged and we find ourselves forging a new path moving forward. The game's narrative structure allows players to experience Jin's internal conflict and grow intimately alongside with him. As we journey with Jin, we're invited to explore themes of honor, duty, and personal freedom. The game's setting, the beautiful yet war-torn island of Tsushima, further enhances this amazing narrative. Each quest, each interaction and battle in the game is a step towards understanding and accepting the complexity of life's challenges. For anyone struggling with their identity, societal pressures, or feelings of isolation, Jin's story offers hope and a reminder that transformation, although it can be painful, often leads to profound understanding of oneself and the world. And in Jin's case specifically, it's that understanding of his opponent that leads to even the slightest sliver of hope moving forward. As we delve deeper into Ghost of Tsushima, I'd love to hear from you. How did this game impact your life? Did Jin's journey resonate with your own experiences? Share your stories in the comments below. Your insights add immense value to our community. And if you're enjoying this analysis, please consider liking and sharing this video to help spread the discussion on mental health and gaming. Moving on to the actual design of the game, which is a haven of tranquility and introspection for anybody looking for it. Ghost of Tsushima is a visual masterpiece, and I don't use that term lightly. With its lush landscapes, vibrant colors, and artistic frames, every scene, every screenshot is a painting. It's a moment of peace in a chaotic world. This visual splendor isn't just for aesthetics. It plays a crucial role in mental relaxation and mood elevation. The game's use of color, light, and composition creates an immersive experience that can soothe and calm the mind, even through the very challenging and stressful experience that Jin and the entire island of Tsushima are going through. Equally important is the game's innovative navigation system. Instead of relying on traditional map markers and quest guides, Ghost of Tsushima uses the natural environment, specifically the wind, to guide players. This design choice encourages mindfulness and exploration, and I cannot say enough good things about this. It fosters a sense of achievement and autonomy as players learn to navigate the world using their own intuition and the subtle cues from nature. This aspect of the game is not just a navigation tool, it's a metaphor for life. Just like in the game, we often have to rely on our instincts and the subtle signs around us to find our way through challenges. This approach to game design subtly reinforces the importance of being present, aware, and engaged in our journey, both in the game and in real life. Another aspect where Ghosts of Tsushima excels is in its realism and emotional depth. The game is grounded in a historical setting, devoid of high fantasy elements, which initially made me skeptical as a massive fan of the fantasy genre. However, this realism became one of the game's strongest points. The choices and dilemmas faced by Jin and the other characters feel real and consequential. Each decision in the game reflects the complex moral and ethical dilemmas we face in our lives. Do we go along with who we are? Do we listen to society? Do we allow ourselves to fail even if that holds true to the values that we have? Or do we eschew those values in exchange for a chance at succeeding and saving those we care about? This level of complexity, while touched on in other games, is something I've not seen to this extent, and it's such a pivotal and integral component to every segment of this game. The game's NPCs contribute significantly to this realism. Unlike other games where NPCs might feel inconsequential, in Ghosts of Tsushima, they evoke empathy and a sense of responsibility. I found myself connecting to these characters, sharing in their struggles and triumphs. Contrasting that to a game like Red Dead Redemption 2, when sometimes the NPCs would rub me the wrong way and I'd shoot them or tie them to a railroad track or something else horrible. I don't even know if I can kill the NPCs in Ghost of Tsushima or damage them in any way because I've literally never tried. There's no motivation to. You feel like you're responsible for them. It reminds us of our own interconnectedness with those around us. As we go through life trying to improve our own lives and those around us, we don't think about hurting people who mouth off to us, or we don't think about harming those who are on their own journey. In fact, we think about celebrating those and helping those other people get to where they want to be. And in return, we feel a sense of accomplishment. And Tsushima encapsulates that so well in a way I've never seen before. And it's very exciting to see how our actions, even in a virtual world, can have this profound emotional implication. It mirrors the impact that our actions have on the real world. And I absolutely love the way that the game and the game designers scripted the NPCs and the dialogues and the quests around them so you genuinely feel like they're your people. It's amazing. In conclusion, Ghosts of Tsushima is far more than just a game or a narrative. It's a journey through our own inner psyche. It's a tool that helps us navigate the complexities of our own emotions, offering a sense of achievement, responsibility, and most importantly, a path to understand and cope with our mental health challenges. This game has been a personal source of comfort and reflection for me, and I hope this video has given you a new perspective on how games like Ghost of Tsushima can be vital in understanding ourselves and finding solace in challenging times. If this in-depth look at Ghost of Tsushima resonated with you, please subscribe for more content exploring the intersection of gaming, movies, and books with mental health. Your support is crucial in growing this channel and continuing these meaningful discussions. Until next time, just like Jin did in Ghost of Tsushima, keep finding your path, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you for watching. Check out these other videos where we explore the impact of entertainment on mental health. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Stay safe, stay shining, and keep gaming.